Oh, he was a young man.
You know, when you think about it, they really did accomplish something.
Yeah.
Drexler and Buckman, they did. They got that all together. I remember I was so disappointed because we didn't have sports. We didn't have like the basketball. I was waiting to play basketball when I got into wanted to play because we always played at home, against the boys.
Yeah.
And we wanted to play basketball. And the year I was to go in as a freshman, that's when they come out with the Catholic schools. They said that it was really a tough thing on women. You know, as far as their.
I don't know the reason why they did it.
They said it had something to do with their menstrual cycle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They couldn't play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
they didn't.
Epworth kept it though. Sheila Doherty and them they kept it in Epworth.
I don't know.
But we didn't have it in Peosta.
They didn't have it until they started the West Dubuque School, the new school.
But then I know Epworth had it. They kept it. Well, they had Buckman. I don't know if that made a difference or whatever, but
I don't know.
Well, see, we had Father Breitbach teaching at the school, and I think that some of them people kind of looked at that like we were part of the Catholic school, you know.
It could be.
Yeah.
He was actually on the payroll for West Dubuque.
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah.
He was, because I have him.
He walked in,
I have the names of the teachers on my report cards. I have them in here somewhere. And I wrote it on the outside of my report cards. And Father Breitbach's. And then we had release time twice a week.
There's the ones that the teachers there with our Wickham and Roach and Tommy Roach.
Yeah, Tommy Roach.
Yeah.
You know, his brother was one of them that was child molesting.
The priest.
Oh,
He was a priest, yeah. Up in
Father Roach.
Yeah, it was.
Father Roach.
Sad.
He was one. Yes, that's
sad.
So sad.
Yeah,
and some of those boys
Helen Williams was a good teacher.
She was.
Yeah.
She was a good teacher.
Yeah.
She taught me. I knew science inside and out because of her. I swear.
She was no nonsense, and people respected her, and
Yes.
she could keep the people's
kept
attention.
order.
Yes, she did.
I know my brother Jack used to get her laughing though.
Yeah, Jack was a dandy.
He was a dandy. School was. Okay, let me see. I have Father Breitbach on here all 4 years that I was in school.
So what did he teach?
Religion.
He taught algebra and Latin
and religion.
Yeah, but that was over in the we had to go over to the basement of the Catholic Church for that. Okay. We couldn't do it in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So he taught all 4 years that I was there. And I don't know how I got B's out of him for algebra because I thought he was a terrible teacher.
Yeah, he was.
And I didn't remember knowing anything, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to do very good in this class.
How did you ever? I'm wondering how I ever used algebra in my life.
Yeah.
Why did I need algebra?
Yeah.
That's
true.
Yeah.
Did you take? I took it 2 years.
I took it. I took it 2 years. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't the best.
No, I don't think he was a very good instructor with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think I've done. This is like 15 or 16 of these interviews I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of interesting things that we've talked about. But I just wanted to. Well, I wanted to start first of all by saying the date is July 7th.
July 7th, correct.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
We're interviewing
right.
the whiter girls.
Okay.
Are you learning anything new?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you?
Okay.
Why don't you talk about your family first and growing up and getting started with school and that sort of thing.
Oh my gosh. There was 10 of us used to ride to school in the back of a pickup with a tarp over the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Jim would drive, and he was probably, 16, 17?
Yeah, we drove in the back of the pickup, but yeah.
And he'd take us to school.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And then I remember walking home. Dad picked us up. See, my mom didn't drive that much, and Dad would pick us up when he wasn't busy. But when he was busy, we'd walk home, and then we always had to go by this bogey farm, which is on the Birds Road.
Right, right. And they have cows and bulls, and we'd have to cut across the field. We weren't going to go on the road. We had to cut across the field. We had to get home quicker, and we were always afraid of this bull. And but we still had to take the field.
But then when we take the road, then the dog would chase us.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
And
was-
then we'd throw
It
our
was-
lunch
yeah.
buckets. We'd throw our lunch buckets at them.
Yeah.
And then we'd come home without our lunch buckets. Well, then we were
Yeah.
down to brown. I don't remember Mom ever asking us what happened to the lunch buckets.
I don't
but
know.
We took brown paper sacks.
Yeah, after that, right.
Right.
Packed our lunch, 10 lunches. The girls got up and we'd pack the lunches.
Packed the lunches in the morning.
10 at a time.
Yeah.
There was 10 at the one time that went to
Yes.
school.
that was,
Yes.
Okay, that was
Yep.
when you were in grade school. You were
And
Yeah.
summer and high school
This
and
is
grade
great.
school. See,
Yeah.
the grade school is across the road, and the grade school's on one side of the road with the church, and the high school's on the other side.
Right.
So 1 through 8, and then 9 through 12 was the high school. So we
you-
had 10 kids.
You did all of your
Yeah.
total education experience
Right.
in Peosta.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what happened to us.
Yep. Yep. That's what did
Here
it.
we are.
Here we are.
That's what did it. Yep.
Yeah.
And we had the nuns, and
Yeah.
sometimes I would teach the 8th grade. I was in 8th grade, and I teach the younger grades. If there was a nun popped up sick, and they'd send me
Okay.
to teach
I don't remember that.
the kids in the lower grades.
Okay.
I did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did when I
okay.
was in 8th grade.
Well, what order are nuns?
BVMs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
They're
were.
pretty.
Some of them would,
Strict.
Yeah,
some of them,
yeah, some of 'em.
remember, I was just talking to Billy Turnus about that, CJ's brother, and he was a year ahead of me, would have been
Yeah,
Jack's grade.
yeah.
And I know he used to get his head dunked into the wastepaper basket, and he'd get a ruler over his knuckles.
Right. Right.
And I asked him, I said, Billy, so I don't remember. I said, I remember that happening to you, but I said, what did you do? He said, I was chewing gum.
Isn't that awful?
I said, I was
Yeah.
chewing gum.
There was this one kid. Was it Jim Hines? Was it Jim Hines? Jim Hines? Was his name?
Jim Hines.
On the
remember.
Jim.
Jim.
Their name was Hines. It wasn't the same one. They
Was it
lived.
Bobby Hines?
Bobby Hines.
Bobby Hines.
He's the one that took the ruler away from the nun.
Did he?
And he whacked her, and he never come back to school. She was going to whack him.
Oh,
And I
really?
remember Jack say, "Yeah, he whacked her," and he says, "That's it," and he left and never
is
come back.
that
Bobby
right?
Hines. That's who it was.
Is
Bobby
that right?
Hines. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that?
He lives down in the valley.
Yeah. Isn't that is?
Yeah.
Would be Kelly was
Yeah.
with Lori Hines. Is that the?
Lori. I don't know who Lori would be.
Don't know.
I don't
He
know.
had younger kids. He had.
Oh, that's
he had,
right.
He had two
kinda had
families.
families,
He had two
yeah.
families. It could
It
have
might have
been.
been hers. His, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been.
So
I don't know.
okay. So anyway, I'm thinking like as far as
We had no bus.
No bus. Yeah,
Like
that.
where we were at there.
Yeah.
but some of them got together in
Centralia. They got the bus.
and they
Organized the bus.
bought a bus or whatever. It was the Spiegels and the Steckers and the Harold Schmidts.
Yeah.
And they all, two families of Spiegels, AJ's family, and
Yeah.
it would have been James's family.
That was
has
strictly
the-
Centralia kids in
Yeah,
this bus.
yeah.
We
they
didn't.
took them, yeah. I never rode a school bus.
No?
Went
Okay.
12 years.
Never rode a school bus. That's true.
No.
Never had hot lunch.
I was going to ask you about.
No hot lunch.
No hot lunch. We had milk machines.
Yeah, we did have milk.
We could get
right?
milk with our either chocolate or that.
And
was
on
the treat.
Fridays we had a candy machine.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You got candy on Fridays.
Uh-huh.
The candy
Yeah.
machine. That
And
is
then when
true.
we packed, we'd go, first Fridays we always had to go, of course, and go to confession sometime and then go to communion every first Friday. You know, that
Yeah,
was the
right.
tradition. And then we'd have to pack 2 lunches. We'd have to pack breakfast because you couldn't, you know how you had to fast.
Neat.
egg salad.
So then
Right.
egg salad
Or fried eggs.
sandwiches or fried egg sandwiches, that's what we take,
Yep.
and they'd be cold, but that's what we ate. We
That's
ate
it.
whatever. Yeah,
And
whatever. we
jelly and butter sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
The jelly we would can.
Yeah, yeah.
Never had. We'd see other kids at lunch meat, you know, and never had that. It was jelly and,
potato
butter
chips, too.
and potato chips. We just, my
never
would just.
had that,
I know,
but
never
no,
potato chips.
What kind of containers was the milk in? Was that?
In little cardboard wax cardboard
Okay.
containers,
Yeah.
and then you peeled it back.
Yeah,
and
just
then a
like
little
they
spout.
are now. The quart. Yeah, only
Yeah.
a little pint, half
Yeah.
pint, cup
Okay.
by a cup. I think they were cup.
Yeah,
By a
probably
cup, yeah.
that sounds about right.
I went to country school,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
and at any rate, same deal as far as packing your lunch and all that business. But I remember usually in the winter months, the teacher would bring like a roast and we'd each be assigned to bring different potatoes, carrots, onions.
Oh
And so
my.
she'd throw this all in the pot.
Oh, okay.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we'd have for.
Oh, that was a treat, probably.
That was a big deal.
That was a big
Yeah, I
deal.
bet so. Yeah.
She was special.
That was through a lot of my grade school experience.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How'd you get to school then?
Where we lived was about 3/4 of a mile from the school, so I think basically
You
we
walked. Okay.
Yeah. Where was this at? Where
This
did you
was,
go?
you know where Olwine?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we lived.
Yeah.
We lived. My folks were, tenant farmers, and we lived here and there. But
Sure.
we started at Maynard, and that's where I started the school. But then
Okay.
we moved over by Olwine, and from there, we sometimes we had horses. I rode horses all the time, and some of we take them once in a while when it's warm, maybe, and to school and that sort of thing. And at any rate, I just thought country schools, that's a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red always, he
Learned
talks
a
about
lot.
the country
Yeah,
school.
Brian does too. He learned a lot, he said.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Red was the only one in his grade for 9 years. Kindergarten through 8th grade. He was the only one in his grade.
So he took classes with either
Yeah.
below or up above
Yeah.
him. Yeah. That happened, yeah.
Yeah, that was my 8th grade. I was the only.
Only one there?
Only
Yeah,
graduate.
isn't that
And
something?
Yeah.
When you in 8th grade, you had to take a test, a county test. When you had to go to West Union, all the country school 8th graders, and they had to pass this test. I don't know how difficult it was, but
You did it.
we did it.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
So what else do you need to know, or you'd like to know?
About your teachers.
The teachers.
yeah.
Well, like I say, we told you about Irene Hall. We won't get into that. But she was a good teaching typist. She was a good typing teacher.
Okay.
She was.
Mr. Roach was, he was really good and a kind person, but he didn't have very good order. The
No.
boys usually kind
No.
of got out of control sometimes.
Yeah.
But
He was.
I think we learned from him. And Wayne Thurm I think he was a pretty good
He
teacher.
was okay.
I think I learned
He
from
was
him.
cool. He was okay.
And that Miss Williams, she was good. She was good. She taught at Western Beer
So yeah,
Factory.
when I went to the high school, she was still there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Ellen was
She had a
there
big.
maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
was
she was a
there.
good gal.
Yeah.
Right back. I don't know where the other. Yeah.
Oh, let me see what else happened with. Oh, I remember that first year. Then we had that Mrs. Bauer, and we had a musical we put on Oklahoma.
Okay.
That was really
Yeah.
that was. And
Yeah, she's
that
not
was
in there,
fun.
is she? The music teacher.
Is she
was,
in there?
I remember Mrs.
Mrs.
Bauer. We got
Yeah.
Miss. She's not here though. This is
I bet
Rosemary
she-
Snyder.
I wonder if
Our friend
she
of-
left after.
She must have been left the year before.
Yeah,
This is the first time for a yearbook.
She was probably the last year.
We never had yearbooks. We weren't combined with Epworth this yearbook.
See, I didn't have a yearbook.
No.
We didn't do a yearbook for
Yeah,
us.
I remember we went up there and the gals and we told to the typing together. There's like 5 or 6 of us went up to Epworth and we typed.
Oh.
Did the yearbook on.
Was that right?
Yeah, and we went up there and got the
so
yearbook
you did
already.
have a little experience.
I
going
did.
somewhere
Yeah, we
besides.
did go to Epworth. There's 5 or 6 of us went up there and did some typing and arranged it. And yeah, this is.
I know
Epworth
Mr.
and
Wickham
Peosta.
had made the statement that he wished Janet was a boy.
Oh, well,
Just
get into
playing
that.
ball. Her left-handed. He was wishing he.
Rick told me that you were the best left-handed shortstop.
Who said that?
Rick told me that.
Oh yeah.
But you
yeah,
don't have
yeah.
left-handed shortstops.
No, yeah, not usually.
That's
No,
how.
they
I mean,
don't.
there wasn't much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty small class. So it amounts to. But yeah, it was fun. We had intramural.
Yeah.
Intramural. We just played against Epworth. That's
Yeah.
the only one we played against.
Oh.
Epworth girls.
Okay, but the boys had basketball.
Yes,
I
boys
think
had.
the boys could play. Yeah.
They had
yeah.
basketball and
Yeah.
what else?
Well,
did
you
they have?
know from your book.
Yeah, they had basketball and
Our boys
and
played.
baseball.
I know our boys did.
Piasta football. It says that's not right. That's baseball. They didn't have football.
They didn't have football.
No, but it says football here. It's Piasta baseball. That was it. Baseball,
Is
and basketball.
Jack? No, that'd be too late for Jack.
Yeah, he's not here. He would have graduated. Yeah, it's basketball
Yeah.
and baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
That's and in the choir, mixed choir. But we went to singing contests
Yeah, we
quartet. We went to singing contests. We thought that was good
to
stuff.
Urbana.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We had a quartet.
And we thought we were just.
Yeah, we got.
went
Yeah,
to
I think we
Pomona.
took a bus. We might have took a bus then.
I think so.
I don't remember
Either
driving.
that
Yeah,
or we
that was
had
big
Suburbans
stuff.
or something.
Passenger coach, bus type thing?
I can't remember that. I know. I thought it was a bus, though. I can't
There
remember.
was kind of like Suburbans that,
Maybe
or was
so.
it their own cars that Mr. Buckman and Mr.
I don't remember.
Drexler took us up to the Villa Lua in where's
Prairie
that
du
at?
Chien.
Prairie du Chien.
Yeah,
We went up
yeah.
to Prairie du Chien for that was our 12th grade class trip.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, right. We went through that.
I don't remember that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was
we
big
did.
stuff having our quartets and our singing contests. So it was
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah, that was.
That was it.
So let me see what else can I think of with the teachers. Let me see what happened with the teachers.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Well, so anyway, see, Tom Wickham and I were classmates at Loris. So
Oh,
we
you
graduated
were?
together.
You were.
So that was Wick's first job was at Peosta.
Oh, okay.
So what did he teach?
See, that was Janet. I never had WIC.
Didn't have Wick. Okay.
No, so I don't know what he taught. Might be in there. Let me see her book. See if I can tell what he taught.
I just think.
I know he coached.
Yeah.
Drexler, let me see. He should be in here.
Okay.
Board of
All right.
Education.
All right. Let's do that. Bye.
The Brett Brain Roach. Gianna, what did Wick teach? What did he teach? Oh my God, there's Ronnie's wife. There's Judy.
Yeah, she's working.
She was the
with us, yeah.
secretary up there. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Physical education.
Tom he was also, I think
Physical education or
else?
He was social
math,
studies.
social studies. Yeah.
probably taught
Physical education, social
history or
studies.
something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That was his first. I think that might have been his first year teaching.
We were classmates
Yeah.
at Loris.
Yeah.
That was his first year.
He went there, and I went up to Protivin up by Cresco. That's where I started.
Oh, you knew him at Loris. I
Yeah,
didn't
we were
realize
Loris
that. Oh, I didn't
classmates.
realize that.
Same year.
Okay, you had a lot of people in your class.
We have
How
14.
come?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
We only had 8. You had all these. Oh, they must be a combination or what?
Well, there's
All the
Epworth
seniors.
Joyce. There's
The
Epworth
Epworth-
kids there too. But
Oh,
yeah, this
yeah,
is
I see.
right here, Joyce.
Very
Here's the
Casey.
Peosta kids here. Right here. There's my Peosta class.
Oh, okay.
That's the Peosta kids.
Pitt, Stanley Schuler.
AJ Spiegel was in my class.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There he's. He did a lot for Peosta. That's for
He
sure.
sure has.
Yeah. Didn't change a bit, did we?
Todd's doing a lot of work for him. They're doing a subdivision out in Manchester.
Yeah. He's a
Was
busy
the one
boy.
in Manchester? Is that
Yeah, and then he did he did the prep site for the
Yeah.
family's clinic over here
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Unity Point Health or
Son
whatever,
Buckman,
building that clinic.
superintendent. Yeah, that's unreal. We're getting a clinic. Yeah, hey. Somebody asked me boys or girls. Okay, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls and 8 boys in. 1,
So did you have a prom?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We did.
Yeah.
We had a prom. I got to show you my crown.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got to show you this. We made them. Oh my God.
We did have a prom, and the whole school went to the prom.
This is my crown.
Told you
I
that.
made it myself. Look
Right.
at this thing.
Right.
I saved
Proud.
it.
There.
I saved it. I
Yep.
have tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
And we
Very good.
decorated with these stars. And I remember we had them hanging down. We hung the crepe paper in the gym, and then
Yeah,
we
I
hung the
remember
stars
working.
down.
I remember working on
Yep,
decorating.
yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago. Susie was
Yeah.
friends with one of their nurse friends. Brought in some prom pictures. She's from around Scales Mountain.
Yeah.
And so she showed these kids grouped together at prom. And
Sure.
Susie said, well, so she says, is that the group that she went to prom, your daughter went to prom with? She says, no, that's the whole class.
The whole class. Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
went to prom.
There was just 8 of us in our
Did you
class.
go, did you have like a dinner type thing with the prom? And
The dinner?
Junior, it's upperclassmen. I never went when I was a freshman. I know I went prom. When you're lower classes, you never did. Junior or senior, maybe you did.
What was our banquet?
That was
This
junior or
is in-
senior. That was their seniors. You went on a banquet.
We went to the banquet.
But I never went to a banquet in my
Did we go
freshman
to the
year.
prom after that? What did we call the banquet?
I think that was one.
got pictures.
That was an event in itself, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think it was prom time.
No, we
Like
just
a-
went
We
to
didn't.
prom.
If I
Just went to
remember
the prom,
right, I
as I can
don't think we
remember.
went out to eat
No.
or
I was
anything.
going to ask you about if there was a meal with it or.
I think we just.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember it anyway.
There was a senior banquet that we went to.
Yeah, I got a picture of it in
Yeah,
here somewhere.
dance with the.
The prom, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Where at?
And
Piasta
in the gym,
gym.
in our gym.
Yeah, so we
At the
decorated.
orchestra or.
We had
45s.
that was our
That was yeah. They had the 45s. It was yeah.
I'm getting them mixed up with our teen hops and our.
No, but that's they. I don't
what
think
we
they
had.
had a band. I don't think we did. I think it was all. I can't remember that, but hey, it was a little budget here.
Low budget.
Piasta.
Yeah, we could
Piasta
say.
High.
Okay, junior senior banquet, Peosta High
Yeah,
School,
junior, senior.
1961. That's when we graduated.
Yeah. Junior, senior. I might have some of that stuff down
I
there
do not
too.
remember a dance after this.
No. I just think that was one thing in itself, and then we had the prom, and you just went to the prom, and you
Okay. Homecoming.
had some homecoming. I don't think we had any homecoming.
Okay.
There wasn't a homecoming. Nope. We're lucky to have a prom. One new dress is all
There
you
was
got.
there was a homecoming.
I can't remember homecoming.
Yes, there was a homecoming.
I can't remember that.
Because I was a queen. It's right in
Homecoming?
here. Yep.
I don't remember that, Joyce.
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember the prom.
Yep. We had homecoming
Okay.
in the fall.
Yeah, I
and the
don't
prom
remember.
in the spring.
Okay, don't
Yep.
remember that. Mustn't have had any fun. Prom was
Probably
better.
not, huh?
Well, okay, back up a little bit before I turn the tape recorder on. You talked about your dad was a school board,
Yes, he was president of the school board
Yeah.
and that was
at
the
Piasta.
time.
Piasta.
Yes,
And they
yes.
were organizing.
When they
First,
When they were
started the
organizing.
first starting organizing,
Yeah.
right.
See, Wayne told us that Tom and I interviewed him. He said his job was to go around to all of the country schools and the townships and meet like with your dad and other people that were the officials. But he said it was never the organization of the district was never about education. It was about taxes.
Taxes.
Yeah, I
That
think
was-
so.
I remember him coming to the house, Wayne Drexler. I just remember we had the house all cleaned up and the kid, we had to stay, blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
in the room.
yeah.
I remember Wayne was there.
Exactly what he did.
Yep, he went to the house.
Okay,
I remember,
okay.
he come to Mom and Dad's house.
He
Yep,
said he spent
Yeah.
a whole year
yep.
doing exactly what he was doing there.
Getting to know the
The people
board
and-
member, what they wanted. Okay, it's all about taxes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Then
Dad was.
Yeah.
I know Dad wanted the school.
Right.
Dad always said, if you don't want to build schools, then you're going to build jails. Take your pick.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That hasn't
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I remember him saying that. He always was for the schools, and
Yeah.
he was real happy that Western Dubuque that got.
Yeah,
and
that's
there was
right.
a lot of people weren't all that happy,
Yeah.
but he was.
We voted for the name too. Remember
Oh,
that?
yes.
You remember that?
Yep.
We
Okay, talk about that.
we voted for the name, and ours we got organized. Piasta got organized, and we didn't want Epworth High School. We wanted West Dubuque because I remember the whole school. We
Yeah,
we got organized, and it
Yes.
ended up it was Western Dubuque because
Yes,
they weren't.
it was.
Yeah, because I
Yes,
guess
it was.
Epworth wanted to call it Epworth High School, and we didn't
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
want that. We
Yeah.
wanted Western Dubuque.
Yeah.
Being more inclusive.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And we
So,
picked
we
the
did-
Bobcat was the
Yeah.
mascot.
Yeah.
And the colors.
Right.
We only
Yeah.
had the choice of I think red, white, and blue, and purple, and
Yeah.
gold, and what was the other one? But we picked the red, white, and
Right.
blue. I think we did a good job. And Epworth must have too, because it probably wouldn't have went if
Black. Yeah.
because Epworth had more in their school.
So you're talking about school colors. You're talking about at the time of the organization.
Yes, at the time of the organization.
Bobcat.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And they remained, and that's been
Bobcats. Yeah. Red and black.
50
Yeah.
some years ago.
Yeah. Red and
See,
black.
that's always kind of stuck in my craw was the fact that I went to graduate from Sumner High School.
Uh-huh.
And Sumner's nickname was the Aces.
Okay.
And I don't know exactly where that came from, but I thought it was pretty cool. That nobody else was named the Aces.
Yeah, that is.
Anyway,
yeah.
they reorganized with Fredericksburg about 10 years ago, and they're now the Cougars. You know?
Oh, don't like
They don't change
like
that.
Yeah.
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 I hear you.
And you mentioned typing,
Yeah.
and one of the best things that ever happened for me was a friend of mine told me when I was a junior. He says, "Hey, there were some girls involved." He says, "I'm going to go to this typing class." He says, "Why don't you take typing with me?" So I did. And so lucky because now
computers.
With computers,
That's right.
Once we got into that, I was okay as far as
Sure.
being
It
able
was
to
great.
keyboard.
Because
that's
right,
what
and
I
most of the time boys took that because it was easy. Like I remember my brother. Yeah, it was an easy class. Actually, everybody took typing.
Yeah, except when
Not a
you
lot
had
of homework.
somebody using the typewriter in front of you, like Billy Spiegel.
Yeah.
And what he'd do is because Irene Hall had set you down 2-minute, 3-minute time test or whatever. That'd be the first thing you did. So what he did, he screwed up the typewriter. It was so screwed up that I couldn't get it.
Lock the keys together.
Yeah, right.
He just did. He had the margins, set. He just had everything all goofed up.
Yeah. That's
a
lot of funny
that's
things.
just one of the things.
Yeah.
That,
Did a lot of funny things.
And then I remember when Mrs. Hall, Irene would keep the school so cold, and she'd have the windows all open. It'd be in the wintertime or whatever, and our fathers on the school board said, "Well, just go in and turn up the thermostat." So we thought, well, how are we going to do this? So Billy Spiegel, that was in the typing class, and her apartment was right off of the typing room.
Sure.
And he'd say, "You watch the stairs." She'd be upstairs in the assembly room, and we'd be.
Turn it
Billy
up.
said, "You watch the stairs so she don't come down, and I'll go in and turn up the thermostat." So Billy go in and turn up the thermostat. So then I remember the one day she called me into her office and she said, "Joyce, do you know, is there anybody going in there turning up the thermostat?" And I remember, because it's the one time I can remember I lied. I
You had to.
I said, "I don't."
Well, she had a problem.
I don't remember. I said, that I have no idea.
I know, I hear you. She had a little problem. It's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you that. Come in the door, and she was in her curlers, and the school wasn't open, and wasn't open
the
yet.
kids followed her. That was funny because they followed her over to Sandy Hook in East Dubuque. Billy Spiegel and some of them they caught her where her place was that she
hung out.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
She went far enough away.
Yeah, but too bad.
Well, back in those days, as far as teachers were concerned, you just didn't go to taverns or
No.
be involved in that sort
You
of stuff.
at least have the school open when you come to the door and not locked. And you didn't come to the door in your curlers and and the windows wide open. In the wintertime.
She had the windows wide open.
Was she there for quite a few years?
Oh, I think she was. She was
Let's
the only
see.
one we had, Joyce. I can't remember another.
She's the only one I had.
It's the only one I had. Well, it was only 2 years.
Yeah.
But she was to be. No, but she was there before. Yeah.
I
She
would
was the
have
only
had her
one.
probably all 4 years. I don't remember anybody else.
I don't remember anybody else either. She's the only one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have indoor plumbing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And
we were the custodians. I was a custodian.
And we were the janitor.
Yep.
I know for all 4 years. Lois was a junior or senior.
Yep.
And I was a freshman.
And then I did it.
Then you did it.
Then
right
I did
after
it.
That.
Yeah, I did it.
We
I
cleaned
remember
the
doing it.
bathrooms and
Yep.
cleaned the
steps, brushing them steps down.
Yeah, brush the steps. Yeah.
Of course, we got paid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we were the custodians.
Yeah, we did that after
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
And
Which was okay.
And I remember the one time
girls.
we were all playing ball at recess. This is when I was probably a freshman. Lois, it was a senior class. And it was Mary Mass Schilling
Yeah.
and Donna Mass's sisters, Donna Whiteard's sisters. Who would they be?
Dorothy.
Marion and Dorothy?
Marion and Dorothy.
Okay. We come in from playing ball, and they had this big dictionary set up at the top of the stairs, like on a podium type thing.
Yeah.
And I went over to look something up in the dictionary, and somebody brought some baby mice in and squeezed them between the pages of the book.
That'd be Mary Mass. I think she's the one I remember.
It was one of
Mary
them.
Mass did.
Yeah.
Lived over here, Babe's wife.
Yeah.
Mary Schilling. Yeah, she was a dandy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
People talking about what she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Gross.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes, it is.
Undisciplined
What kids would do.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Hey,
I guess, I don't
Yeah.
think we did anything like that.
Never, ever.
That's what tells what these kids did here.
Yeah, what you're involved in, yeah.
Gary Smith.
Yeah.
He's in here. He was in my grade. How come I'm not in here? Was that different Gary Smith?
I don't know. Could be an
Oh, it
Epworth.
says transferred from Dubuque Senior High. It was a different Smith.
Yeah.
That would have been quite a shock for him to go from senior high to.
Yes, to
That's-
Peosta or Epworth or whatever. I guess so.
Yeah, that took a couple
Yeah.
years. Once they organized a year, you were
Yeah.
a senior or junior, and then the next year I was a senior. Yeah, after I graduated, then West Dubuque opened. 62. I graduated in 62. Yeah, so it opened in 63 then.
Yeah, because I interviewed Tom Stecker a while back.
Okay.
Oh.
Tom had some really good memories
Yeah.
Did he?
about
Tom, okay.
starting in Peosta and going to West Dubuque.
Oh, yeah. He
But
would have had the.
He said, he told me that when the high school opened in Epworth, the kids had to make a choice as far as where they were going to go. Wallart, you could have gone to Wallart or West Dubuque or wherever. And he said that at some point, originally Father Breitbach was pretty much in favor of West Dubuque. But he said that once he made the transfer and went to the high school at Epworth, he said that Father Breitbach refused to give them CCD instructions.
I don't remember that.
And he was, pretty much anti West Dubuque.
Oh, really?
And
I don't
Tom said
recall
he had to go to Dubuque to get the religious instructions
Oh.
because Father wouldn't do it for those that went to the high school.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember when they quit for us. Because Tom would have been a year ahead of me. He was
Yeah, I don't know.
or Kenny.
know.
Kenny was a year ahead. Kenny was in Jack's grade.
Yeah.
So
That's correct.
no. Are you sure it wasn't Tom Stecker you interviewed?
Well, Tom was the guy when I interviewed.
Tom was
Tom.
the one. Tom Stecker.
Tom Stecker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Not Billy or.
No, Tom.
Yeah,
He said
Tom.
Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was in Maryland's grade.
Yeah.
Tom was
He
maybe
would've-
65 or 6. He's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
66.
I think he graduated in '67.
Sure.
Yeah, I
okay.
think he's-
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
I was thinking Kenny Stecker.
He still lives over
He's
there,
the
right?
priest.
Yeah.
Kenny's
That's
the
how
priest.
Yes.
the condos. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tom.
Does he live in a condo?
Over
over
Thunder
there?
Ridge.
He lives in,
Tom?
Thunder Ridge. He lives
Thunder
right
Ridge.
across from Jack Tucker.
Oh, is that where he's at? Okay.
And Tom has a farm over there in Centralia.
Oh, yeah,
And he
yeah.
raises cattle, heifers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was, he loves doing the farm stuff because he's retired.
Retired from the bank.
He's
went
retired a
to-
banker.
He told me he went to Loris after he got out of West Dubuque. Majored in German.
In German.
And
Wow.
And he probably didn't have any foreign language in high school, did he?
I don't know other than he might have taken Latin or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
At any rate, he said one summer when he was at Loris, First National Bank called up to the college and wanted some guys to come down and help package coins,
Yeah,
wrap
yeah.
coins. And that's how I got started at the bank.
Really?
Wow.
He
Oh my
stayed
gosh.
with the bank after he graduated.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Kept on going up the
Package of
ladder.
coins.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, he was vice
Started
president I
out
think, or
with
something.
the, oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Alrighty.
But at any rate, do you have any other thoughts? Incidents or things that happened during school time, your school experience?
Incidents here.
What about snow days? You had snow days once in a while?
Rarely.
Rarely is
I
right.
think we went to school. 1959 was that really terrible winter with
Yeah,
the.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't remember.
We didn't have
off.
many. Not many if we did.
I don't think so.
I know. How about other people? Have they remember interviewed? Did they remember snow days? I don't. I don't
not a
remember.
whole lot.
No.
No, I don't think we did.
We just,
I
I
guess we
was-
just all because
if
we
you,
must have went to school. Dad probably took us.
yeah, get us out of the house. That many kids. You work. Your going to school.
You're getting out of
You're
here.
getting out of here. Mother's got to be sane. No.
Yeah.
I can't.
We interviewed Geraldine McCarthy
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
a couple 6 weeks ago, maybe. And,
Probably.
she had quite a career, but she started out teaching country school down there, right next to their farm.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And she
Sure.
was talking about whoever the teacher was, her or whoever, they would have to go early, and if it was cooler, to start the fire.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
I remember
wood
Red
fire.
talking about that
Yeah.
they did.
carry the water.
Yeah.
They had to carry
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, they had to do more stuff than we did.
whatever.
We
Well, I
had a
think the
little bit
boys in
nicer.
Peosta, didn't they have to shovel the coal or the wood or in the? I thought they
Fire
had
up
a
the furnace?
right up the furnace. I think
They
they
maybe did.
I think they
before
did.
it was gas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
did
could've.
I
That
don't know. I think
sounds-
my brothers did.
That was like Jim.
Yeah.
Jim and Jimmy
yeah.
Shelley and them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
They,
Uh-huh.
Got
That
it ready to
sounds
go.
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good thing we're girls. We didn't have to do that, right?
We just had to be janitors.
That's right. I remember that school was cold too, and we're sit up there with our coats on a couple times. It was very cold in that school.
Was it?
Now I can remember having my coat on.
Was that originally intended as a school building or?
I don't.
What was it?
I think it was somebody's home. I don't think it originally was intended for a school building.
Was that where the nuns lived? Is that what it
Well,
was?
I can't remember that. I don't know, but I don't think it was. It was there. It seems like it was always there.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't remember it not being there.
No, it wasn't built for the high school. It
Yeah,
was
that's what
there.
I was wondering.
It was there.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember
Pretty
we'd
sure.
walk up. There was a steep hill we had to walk up to get to the gym, the
Yeah,
room in the
yeah,
basement of the gym.
Yeah.
And if it was icy or whatever, it was,
Which, when you look, it wasn't all that. We thought it was very steep, but you look. I remember years
When you
later
look,
when I
it's
looked,
not
it
that
wasn't
steep.
that bad.
Not that
But
big.
see, yeah, you had to go this way. But it was like up this way. And then if it was, then you went. Yeah, I didn't think it was that steep. But when I looked later, I didn't think it was
From
that
the
steep.
School to the.
Yeah, you went to the
I
school
thought
to the
it
gym.
was steep.
I don't know why. Years later, I looked at it. And when
We
you're
used to take a run at it.
I know that's because if it was real steep, we wouldn't have made up with a run. If it was that slick,
Yeah. It was slick. I remember.
it was. It got slick.
sometimes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Then we walked around. We took the steps up.
Yeah. That's right. We did do that too.
Yeah, but it was.
Do you remember
we roughed
anything
it.
else that happened in the school?
I
I'm
can't
trying to
remember.
think. Some other things.
I know we were always in big competition with Epworth High School.
Okay, that
Yeah.
was hot.
Oh, that was hot. That's why we weren't going to have that school called Epworth High School. It was going to be West Dubuque. We were any basketball games. That was the number one
Yeah.
game.
A rival.
A rival was Epworth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to a few of the games.
Yeah, we always went
Yeah.
to Peosta games.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I started high school at Fairbank down by Old Line, and they had a bus. That's why I went there because my folks wouldn't drive, so I went on
Okay.
the bus.
Sure.
And at any rate, it was a parochial high school, and I think the main experience that I remember. Back then, in those days, they had an archdiocesan basketball tournament in Dubuque. And so, all the schools, the parochial high schools would go to this tournament. So I remember going with the team to that tournament. And we stayed at this hotel, and these guys, the older guys, of course, because I was a freshman, you go to bed and they sneak in your room and stick your finger in some warm water. So be in bed.
Oh my God. Gross. So bad.
That was our
That
initiation.
was your initiation. Oh, what a hoot. Oh, who would have
God.
thought of that?
Oh my
Just some
God.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. But that was
Oh, wow.
our big trip to go to the archdiocesan tournament.
That would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
That'd be pretty far. Yeah.
And
big
see,
stuff.
back where Fairbank is, just south and a little bit west is the Amish community.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
That was always the entertainment of some of these guys. They'd harass these poor Amish people, steal their buggies. And
Oh. Of course, you didn't do that.
I did not, because I
Okay.
didn't live in that
Oh, okay.
area.
Okay, got it.
Not
Got
because you wouldn't have
Well,
tried it.
possibly.
Who knows? But he wasn't close enough. Okay. Okay. Did you ever go back to that area then? Fairfax?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the Amish community and checked it out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
that's still a pretty strong community.
Okay.
And they still have a lot of craft things, and
Okay.
they have
Yeah.
a store up there that you can go to and buy stuff. And
I think I've been up
I
there.
think we
near
did too.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North there. Yeah, we stopped up there. Very neat. Some very neat gardens and yards, and yeah. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah.
so those are memories of the good old days.
Oh my gosh, it is for sure.
Yeah, we had some
It just
fun
seems like many
times.
moons ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it has been over 50 years for both of us now.
Yeah. Let's see, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something else that happened.
Can't think anything. 10 years ago for me.
I bet you the boys could tell more stories
They
than us
tell
girls.
horror stories.
I think so.
Their view.
I think so.
Stuff they did at Bailey. What I don't think Bob will want to know.
I don't think so.
I don't think he'd want to know.
I don't think so. Might be pretty too much. Yeah.
No, I can't really.
Well, you guys,
was good.
when you were in high school, aside from school, you guys went to the dances in the area and stuff like that?
We had teen hops at school.
we had teen hops
sock
at school.
hops or whatever.
Yeah.
We'd have those, and then sometimes we'd go out to the mill for.
Mill
they'd
and
have
mill.
teen
Yeah,
dances
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
We'd go out there.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why they left us do
I
that.
don't know. We had to drive Jack home.
Yeah, we used to take. Yeah, Jack had asked
Old
us to
enough,
go
yeah.
because.
He had.
We'd drive. He had a
drive
girlfriend,
home.
and then we'd take him. Yeah, we'd drive home. Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah. We drove
Yeah,
home.
So
That was Melody Mill. That's how many years? That's where you
Yeah.
hung out. That was the biggie on Friday nights.
yes.
Yeah, I went there a few
okay.
times when I was at Loris.
Yeah. Johnny Cash was out there.
Okay, yeah.
Johnny Cash was
Andy Williams was too. I remember seeing him.
Cash, yeah.
And Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee. That's right.
And yeah,
Yeah.
they were. That was pretty
That was
cool.
probably packed him in those nights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a hopping place.
That was.
I remember I was sad when it closed.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of memories there.
So like maybe mid-60s?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's nothing like that around here anymore. Where somebody, I guess, like that Five Flags. That's not big enough for anybody, any big stars to come. There's not
Not
enough
really,
seats.
no.
Was there 5,000-6,000 seats?
At the
They say
most.
they need.
They used to have a lot of the big
Many
bands
more.
come out there too.
Yeah, they did.
But
They
then
did.
when we were you went to that when you were more adult. You didn't
Yeah.
go to that when you were teenagers.
Right.
It was more.
No, I
But-
didn't. I remember they started the band. Our last year, you could take an instrument at the West Big Band. They started that up.
Uh-huh.
A couple seniors took instruments, but not many.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
I
You
didn't. No.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's
Right.
only one or two did. Maybe I know Mary McCune. She might have been the only one.
Oh,
I remember she
okay.
did. I think she was
Okay.
the only one. Took like,
Dale was the drum major.
flute.
Dale
Yeah,
Horsfield
yeah,
was when he
yeah.
went to.
Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah.
I interviewed Phil Schmitz.
Phil
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And so he got hired right away when the district started
Sure.
because Wayne wanted music to be a big
Sure.
deal.
Sure. And he did make it a big deal.
And he
was
did.
here.
He
And,
sure did.
He did.
What Phil did was he said his first year he had 3 instruments. I think 3 instruments.
Really?
Drums and a trombone and something else. Anyway.
Wow.
Dale played the clarinet, or not the clarinet, the trumpet, whatever you
Yeah.
played taps with. It was the trumpet. Yeah.
Trumpet.
Phil would drive to all the country schools at that time that were still there,
Sure.
and he'd get the kids out and he'd show them these 3 instruments and see what the interest was if they were interested in
Sure.
how to play it. Then he said if they wanted to pursue it, there was a music store in Dubuque, and the kids could rent the instruments for so much. And then if they wanted to continue, they could use the rental to pay as a down payment to pay off the rest of the instrument.
Yeah.
And that's how the band program got started.
Yeah, that's what we did with our kids.
Yeah.
We rented them and then we bought them
That's right.
when
we
they
did
stayed
too.
with it.
Some were used instruments too.
Yeah,
You got used
yeah.
Instruments, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And he did a wonderful job. I know Jeff and Angie went to a lot of, like
Yeah.
the inaugurations, Washington D.C.
Yeah.
They traveled all over.
Yeah. Art Shelley did, and
Yeah.
Amy and Julie. They were all three of them were in the
Yeah.
band.
I was just telling some of the guys the other day that I went on a number of those trips, band trips,
Okay.
and I remember going to the 4th of July parade in Washington D.C.
Okay.
one year,
Okay.
and we went there and we played. The kids played and marched, but during the parade, it rained like unbelievably.
Oh, so then the
And
instruments.
they were just their clothing and uniforms were just sopping wet.
Oh.
And what a mess it was.
Oh yeah. Oh my
And,
yes. It would have
at any
been.
rate, when we got done, we packed up and got on the buses, and I forget we wanted to see the fireworks that night, and so we're driving along the streets, and we get to this bridge, and as we get to the bridge, the fireworks start, and every car and bus and whatever it was, it's just stopped in the street. Everybody got out of their car, and we all stood outside and watched the fireworks. For the whole event.
Oh, and they had their clothes were wet and all that.
Well, that they already had changed.
Changed
They
and
were
stuff.
okay.
Okay, and got dried off. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was the year that we drove from D.C. and then we went to Knoxville to the World's Fair.
Well, then Shelley would have been. Shelley went to
she
the
would have
World's
been
Fair.
there. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was a freshman.
Freshman.
Yeah, and that was we called that. See, whenever I went on the band trips, the kids' behavior was just really good. But we always had hassles with the chaperones.
Oh, really? The chaperones
The chaperones
were
were the
misbehaving.
Yeah. So when we went to Knoxville, they put us up at I think it was a boys' military academy outside of Knoxville,
Okay.
and there was 2 dormitories, and so the girls would be in one and the guys were in the other. Well, Ray Sherman was along, and Pearl, and Ray was always kind of a rabble rouser.
Yeah.
So
I know Ray.
It was
yeah.
it was just hotter than Hades. And one morning there was a cafeteria, and one morning Ray went around to the tables and told some of the gals that the men's dormitory was air conditioned and theirs wasn't.
Oh God. Oh God, that would have started World War II,
Which
huh?
it wasn't. It was not air conditioned. But
Yeah. Okay.
In those days.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
An agitator, you'd say, right?
He's still living, isn't he?
he is. And we did an interview with him
Yeah.
last summer, but he's not doing very well.
Oh,
But Pearl was still.
I see her out there
she's
cutting
pretty
grass
active
yet and
and-
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. How old
Yeah.
would they be now?
They'd be in their 80s.
in their 80s,
Pearl might
yeah.
be a little younger, possibly, but
She's got to be close, I think.
yeah.
80s.
so.
Yeah, he's probably pushing 90.
He might be.
Yeah.
I
So how are
think
the
so.
Drexlers doing?
Wayne's doing wonderfully.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk.
So he's how old? How old
He
is
was
he?
87,
Is he?
Is
really?
he?
Okay.
Yeah.
and boy, his memory was just. I mean, it was impressive.
Really?
To talk
Wow.
to him and to his
Really
memories.
good.
Wow.
Everything. Mary, she's.
Yeah, she's had.
Never
I wonder if she lived this long.
It is. I can't believe it.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
But they.
Yeah.
He always opens up the cabin up in Guttenberg in the
Mm-hmm.
spring, and they go up there for the summer always.
Okay.
And,
Oh, okay.
Hang out there.
so we went up there the first time we got together, and
Okay.
had a nice visit and interview and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then this spring, he came down to the administrative offices in Farley.
Okay.
And we did 2 video interviews
Okay.
with him
So he lives where though? Where's
Okay.
his permanent? He says,
in Dyersville.
oh, in Darsville he has a home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have a regular house. They take care of this house.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
suppose it's not a ranch either.
Their house is it's a pretty good sized house with
Yeah.
columns in the front. I don't know if you ever been to buy it.
No,
I don't think so.
Wouldn't know. Oh, but he does live. Okay.
I saw him not too long ago in at the House of China, him and her, and he seemed like he had to care for her a lot.
Yeah, she's
She's always very frail. Last time I seen her, she
Yeah.
looks much
Yeah.
older than he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like she could be over 100.
Yes.
I'd say. We're not recording that now.
I think she punished herself pretty good, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she did. She
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
take care of herself.
Yeah, he.
And she was teaching first grade in Dubuque somewhere for a long time, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How in the heck did that work?
Well,
Man.
functioning.
Wayne said
Yeah.
that when they started the district, he was named as superintendent. He asked Buck to be the principal. They decided right away that they would. He decided he would live in Dyersville, and Buck would live in Epworth. That was
That was, that was
Good.
all okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
what started. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Buck and Joanne, neither one of them lived to be very, I mean,
They weren't very old.
no,
No, they didn't.
no, they moved down to Missouri.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, Camdenton.
Bought that resort, and he would come back, quite a few times in the spring for a number of years. And stop in the high school and visit, and whatever.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
they moved over
I never went to
Missouri.
school under, I mean, I remember the Epworth kids talking about him. I think he's pretty strict.
He was a little
I think
much.
he had hands on.